The Genshin community is on fire, and it's hilarious. Well, it's kind of hilarious. Well, it's very hilarious. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is really funny. I wouldn't be talking about this if it wasn't just funny. Because if I wasn't laughing, it would just be stupid at this point. A brief, vague idea of this situation. This is so ridiculous, I can't even properly, determine who's fighting with who. This is not super informative. I don't even know what's happening. I cannot comprehend the level of stupidity in this. So we can discuss it together in the comments if you want to, and you can give me your piece on it if you know what's going in the Genshin community. Pretty much we have doxing, we have fighting, we have complaining about fines, some dude complaining someone would be his friend, social climbing, weird accusations, but it just seems to be a lot of the Genshin community biting its own ass. It's like the serpent Jormungandr just biting its own ass. But let's just have a quick look at this. And warning, confusing. I'm confused, so we're probably gonna get confused together. I'm not familiar enough with the Genshin community. I have played the game in the past. I'm in and out all the time. So I don't actually know any of these people, so I have no dog in this fight. And I'm not gonna say who's right or wrong, because this is an absolute shit show to follow. Not going to lie to you. So, from my understanding, a guy called Tectone or something, and he calls the Genshin community a bunch of suck-ups to Hoyoverse or something. And then accuses, I think specifically this Atsu guy, of being in control of the Genshin community as a mega mind. Which sounds kind of ridiculous, and apparently there's a couple more serious allegations getting thrown between everyone. I'm not super aware of them, but all I know is Tectone says a lot of inflammatory stuff, but it seems to be a lot of just, shit throwing going on here, so I'm not gonna take sides here, but talk shit, you get hit. That's all I'm gonna say. You can't complain that you're getting attacked when you're attacking others. I'm just saying, if you don't want to do that, be nice. Be nice. I am not giving an opinion here, so for similar reasons, but yes. So, moving on. So, Atsu here. And what's made this even more ridiculous is that there's lots of people fighting amongst each other here. All the top streamers in Genshin, for some reason, are fighting each other. At the beginning, they were dogpiling, it seems, on this Tectone guy, because he pretty much called them all, sheep or something, and said, he insulted all of them, pretty much, and put a lot of shade on the community, even though he doesn't play anymore. So he got dogpiled. Then he screamed, "I'm getting ganged up on." And then lots of throwing, petty dramas at each other. There was probably some serious in there. But another one that came out that, tipped it over for me to talk about of how ridiculously stupid this, drama is this guy, Braxo Vtuber, or I don't know, he's not as big as the other creators. I don't know him from a Bioshock. But what I find funny of this, I've read this, and he's talking about Atsu, trying to put shade on his character, and I was a little suspicious from the start with the Atsu hates me, I don't know why. A little suspect. But I've read through this, and the general idea seems to be, Atsu won't be my friend, and I don't like that. Because I don't see anything, particularly going through this. I'll link this below so you can tell me if I'm wrong. Please, someone explain this to me. But it seems like he's mad that Atsu won't be his friend. And then he's putting shade and saying Atsu has too much control over the Hoyoverse, which is tinfoil hat conspiracy theories. No company has ever listened to a streamer. Absolute bullshit. No one respects us. No one. We don't even respect us. But then Atsu hits back in good time, with 3 hours, and I want to point out I'm not on Atsu's side. I don't know this guy. Don't know this guy at all. But then he's pointed out that this guy's kind of been stalking him and wants to be his friend so badly and all these other stuff, and that he has doxed his VTuber friend, which as a VTuber, that's fucked up, and didn't properly apologize to her and has given permission to put out all the messages, which is way more transparent, and I would say his does come off less petty, but I don't know the backstory of everyone here. But I do find it absolutely ridiculous that this drama can be whittled down to sometimes of, this person would be my friend and I'm upset about it. They wouldn't hang out with me and I'm mad. And they excluded me from their friend group. Guys, that's what happens when you're not friends with someone. You don't get invited to their friend stuff. I don't know what to say about that. That's what happens. If you're not friends with everyone in the group, you're probably not going to get invited. I would say in this situation of not being friends with this guy, I'm right. I don't think it's very, very, very unlikely that he has major sway with Hoyoverse or whatever. And yeah, he probably has to be more positive about Genshin Impact, which most people do have to be more positive sometimes for some of their contracts. It's a little back and forth. course, it depends. I'm not saying it's definitely that, because I've never been partnered with anyone, but that it can be, and that's on the viewer to take it with a grain of salt. But honestly, this entire China seems very petty and very nothing, almost, from what I've seen. Like, they're just petty things back and forth together, and I describe this to my chat as the Zoomer of dramas, as in they cannot stay on one person they're upset on, they can't stay on one topic, and they get, like, their attention span is zero. As someone with zero attention span, I understand, but, like, this just seems to be a shit show, absolutely tearing the Genshin community apart, and they jump back and forwards from this is about the game drama, this is about the creators' dramas and stuff. Guys, save dramas for serious things. Like, I enjoy the laugh at how absolutely ridiculous this is. I can't imagine waking up and getting cancelled because I didn't want to be friends with someone. Absolutely ridiculous. So guys, this is the Genshin community at its finest. I wish they would just go back to being horny. That's the fun kind of laughing, not the stupid kind of laughing. But at least we can point and laugh and say, I'm glad this ain't us. So I hope a lot of the Genshin community, like, players just stay out of this and go, like, get your shit together! Because that's all I would be doing. And I appreciate anyone who leaves me any information about this down below. I'm interested to know, like, actually the timeline of this. And this is Del, and this is kind of hilarious. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like and a comment below and tell me what you think of the situation. Dun, 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 dun. Follow me on Twitch. Dun, 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 dun. Like the video and subscribe. Da, 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 da. Follow me around in a non-creepy way. Da, 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 da.